This is the recovered footage from the most disturbing camera ever found. A historical device tied to a terrifying real case, hidden for years until investigators reopened the files. This historical camera was discovered buried near an abandoned trail. What detectives saw inside it created one of the most unsettling real case investigations ever recorded. The footage begins quietly, but every frame feels wrong. Light flickers, shadows move strangely, and the camera's age only adds to the disturbing mystery surrounding this real case. At first, investigators believed the camera belonged to hikers. But timestamps, weather signs, and voice fragments suggested something else was following them through the forest. The man recording sounds stressed, whispering about movements behind the trees. His voice shakes, and the historical camera captures brief silhouettes no one could clearly identify. Experts later reviewed these moments frame by frame. They concluded the footage wasn't staged, increasing fear that this real case involved more than a simple disappearance. In the first 10 minutes of the footage, nothing overtly threatening appears. But faint sounds echo throughout the forest, hinting at something following the group. Audio analysts isolated a low-frequency tone beneath the wind. It wasn't an animal, engine, or human voice. It matched no known environmental signature. Disturbing footprints appear in the footage. They're uneven, elongated, and partially dragged. Investigators originally dismissed them, but later reports contradicted that conclusion entirely. The cameraman's breathing grows heavier. Leaves crack behind him. He whispers that someone or something has been trailing them for nearly an hour without showing itself. Suddenly, the forest goes silent. No insects, no wind, nothing. The historical camera captures the uneasy stillness before the group realizes something is approaching rapidly. Moments later, one member of the group vanishes from frame. The footage cuts abruptly, leaving investigators with only unanswered questions and rising fear about this real case. The next clip shows a dark shape moving between trees. It's tall, silent, and never fully visible, yet its presence dominates every second of the recovered footage. Experts noticed its height didn't match any known animal. Movement patterns were unnatural, lacking typical biomechanical rhythm. The shadow seemed aware of the camera. When investigators mapped the timeline, they found every disappearance aligned with sightings of the shadow. This connection transformed the footage into a critical real case file. In one chilling moment, the cameraman's hands shake violently. He whispers that he can hear breathing behind him, yet nothing appears when he turns the lens around. Then the camera suddenly drops to the ground. Dirt fills the frame. There's a faint struggle, a muffled cry, and total silence afterward. No one was found. Police recovered the camera hours later. Its condition suggested a fall, not abandonment. This raised immediate concerns about foul play or something far stranger. During analysis, investigators identified 3 major inconsistencies. These anomalies challenged the official timeline and deepened suspicion surrounding this disturbing recovered footage. First, timestamps didn't align with environmental data. The camera recorded moments occurring minutes before witnesses claimed anything was happening around them. Second, an enlarged frame shows the towering shadow again. No person, animal, or object from the region matches its proportions or movement speed. Third, fingerprints found on the historical camera belonged to no one in the missing group. They didn't match any local records either, adding to the mystery. Investigators then compared this footage to older unsolved cases. Disturbing similarities emerged, suggesting the same presence had appeared in several remote locations. With recurring patterns, the case grew more unsettling. The recovered footage couldn't be dismissed as coincidence anymore. Something was consistently stalking remote travelers. After months of review, authorities archived the historical camera. Official reports kept details vague, but several investigators privately admitted the footage scared them deeply. One analyst noted shapes appearing in frames where no one stood. These anomalies remained unexplained, even after extensive digital cleaning and enhancement. The shadow's final appearance is the clearest. It lingers behind a tree motionless, as if watching. This moment disturbed experts more than anything else. Some believe the entity still roams the forest. Others think the footage captured something psychological. Either way, the real case remains unsolved and deeply unsettling. Before the footage ends, a sharp exhale is heard near the microphone. No source is visible, and investigators confirmed it wasn't from the cameraman. If you want deeper analysis of similar recovered footage, leave your theories. This unsettling case remains one of the most disturbing camera discoveries ever documented.